From darkness to light. Today I want to talk about a Nike ad that I've been meditating on. It has a lot of popularity in America right now, and the theme of it is, unity. We're all one together in this. And to what degree can we claim a human oneness and togetherness without spirituality, without having a metaphysical vision? That's what I'm going to talk about today. Welcome to Defiltered. I'm Cyril War, or Chandra. I'm really glad you're with me here. For all my new subscribers, thank you so much. I'm about to go to France in a couple of days, so my mind is already on my plane to Delhi and on my plane to Paris and packing. I've been here in Mayapur in the bank of the Ganges for the last 6 months. I'm sorry for the wind also. If you may hear some wind, I don't have a dead cat, as they call them, on my microphone, but I will, hopefully. So there's this ad that's going on right now in America, and it has this really cool theme to it, that we're all one, we're all together, whether you're black or whether you're white or whether you're a woman or whether you're a man or whether you're straight or whether you're gay or whether you're handicapped or whether you're not handicapped. We're all together, and we should see a sort of a common denominator to all this. Kudos, as we say. That's cool. That's totally cool. That's totally legit. And I think we're making great strides. And this video, this ad, is a testimony to that. I mean, hundreds of years ago, or even today, but still, I think things like slavery, things like sexism, are gradually going down, I would say. There's a growing sense in human society about the importance of humans in general. So that's really cool. That's really, really good. But my claim is this: if you really want to have a spiritual vision, a vision of equality, and Krishna talks about this in the famous book, the Bhagavad Gita. If you're here for the first time, the Bhagavad Gita is the book that I always quote in this channel, because it is considered to be the quote-unquote the Bible of quote-unquote Hinduism, the most famous text, we could say, among all the ancient Sanskrit, ancient wisdom books of ancient India. And since this channel has its root in the Bhakti tradition, of which I am a proud practitioner, my scriptural authority comes mostly from a book called the Bhagavad Gita. So in the Bhagavad Gita, which I really recommend you should read if you haven't read it yet, it changed my life 25 years ago, and I really recommend you read it too. The Bhagavad Gita in the 5th chapter, verse 18, talks about samadarshinaha, which means, having a vision of equality, where, the sage, man or woman, sees with equal vision, sees beyond the skin, sees beyond the gender, sees beyond the caste, sees beyond the nationality, sees literally beyond the skin, and sees the soul, sees the jiva soul, the atma as we use in Sanskrit terminology, the actual spiritual person inside the physical body. Now, in order to have that vision, you got to do something. You can't just do nothing in terms of your spiritual consciousness and ingurgitate all sorts of materialistic stuff through media, through TV, through sound, through whatever senses are open to the world, and just expect to maintain a very deep spiritual vision of equality. You can't. You'll be forced to identify with your own skin and bones and start identifying, I'm French, I'm American, I'm Indian, I'm whatever, and seeing others only, by their external skin color and gender and whatever, But if you stay connected to the source of your own existence, which is God, then you can continue having a spiritual vision where you see, indeed, like this Nike ad shows, the equality of all humans. But then you just don't see the equality of all humans. You see the equality of all sentient beings, period. Because we could clamor for Black Lives Matter, and Black lives do matter. But also unborn Black lives matter too. What about the unborn? The children who are getting aborted in the millions. What about their lives, huh? And then what about animals' lives? We talk about how humans are so important, but at the same time, while talking about how humans are important, we go to McDonald's or we go to any, whatever. We buy meat in the supermarket or even fish, and we cook it and we eat it, and we don't care about the violence and the death that we perpetrated to these innocent sentient beings, who in the eye of God are as much loved and have as much value as we do in, us as spiritual beings inside human bodies. So what about those lives, So, but again, if you're connected spiritually, then you see the equality of all beings, period. Whether it's a little ant, or whether it's a bird, or whether it's an ant, or whether, I just said ant, didn't I? Or whether it's you get my point, right? You get my point. In the Bhakti tradition, we stay connected to the source, to God, and therefore we maintain this spiritual vision by the main activity is to chant the name of God on a regular basis. And therefore this famous mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, which are names of God, names of the internal spirit, internal feminine energy of God. Sorry for the wind noise again. And by chanting these names of God, one stays, you stay connected to God with the idea that God is fully present in His name, and therefore empowers you with with His infinite love and infinite wisdom and infinite vision of equality. And so you start seeing God, you start seeing others like God sees them. And so I recommend that you chant this Hare Krishna mantra or any name of God in whatever tradition you find yourself in, so that you can stay connected to God, and therefore really have a real deep metaphysical vision of the world. Where you actually not just see beyond the skin, but see people only as humans and then discriminate against animals, for example, but where you actually see a universal, equal vision of every single sentient being, regardless of what species even that soul may be in. And I tell you, if we maintain that spirit, planet Earth, society will be a much, 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 much better place. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please do subscribe. And what else can I say? Thanks again. Whoops. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you when I'm in Paris next, Krishna willing. And remember, we are much more than our bodies and our minds.